Yeah.
Yeah, well, I want to look at your career highlights and what stands out to you throughout your career in high jumping. What would be your most, I guess, memorable jump, whether that's your PB or memorable experience? I just want to know a bit about you in the spotlight.
Yeah. So it's funny because yesterday I was coaching at the APS competition up at Lakeside. So that's the private schools competition. And that holds a very special place like in my sporting journey because when I was, like I mentioned previously, in year 12, it was the Opens high jump that I competed in, and I broke the record. And I jumped 229 when I was 18 years old in year 12. And I had the entire crowd, I had the entire school behind me, and it was easily the most surreal experience and one of the most meaningful ones. Like I felt like I had served my purpose really well at the school for my scholarship. I feel like I kind of showed my potential in the event and was able to be like, okay, like this is serious, and I've been able to make this standard at such a young age to now get into, the Olympics or to get into these World Championships events. So that was absolutely incredible, and that will always stand out as probably being the best performance and the most enjoyable one that I've ever done. Also because it's rare to kind of get into what I'd call like that Zen mode. Yeah. When you're up there and you have an entire crowd behind you and it's just silence and you're just completely focused and you just execute. You don't have to think about your run up. You don't have to think about any of the particulars. Yeah. You just go out there and you just let it happen, and it does. And trying to replicate that in major championships, that's like the secret ingredient. It's very hard to find and to replicate. But that's what all the sports psychology and everything's about. But yeah, apart from that, 2015. Actually, no. The first Olympics. Obviously, I didn't compete well in that, but I made it at 20 years old.
To make it, it doesn't.
That was my childhood dream. I remember having the Rio Olympics, a little cutout picture that I had on my corkboard. So to make that was really, really cool. Absolutely. That was super special. And, once you're an Olympian, you're always an Olympian.
Exactly.
And then since then, probably one of the best major championships that I've competed in, like performance-wise, was the 2022 Oregon Championships, which was also funny because it came off the back of injury and just last minute heading over there and seeing how I'd go. And it's good for reflection sometimes because, once again, I had no expectations and I really enjoyed it. I didn't care if I went out early, and I jumped 228 in the qualifier to make the final and jumped 228 again 2 days later in the final as well. So I think I came 10th, that's the best performance that I've done over there. So
you would have been happy, obviously, with that. Stoked.
Yeah.